Alright, Max, serious question. How long do I have to go down this route before I can bow in the Connor?
God damn it. It's gotta be a little while.
Damn it.
At least a little while. I mean,
we already have an established relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
We're meeting again for the first time.
Yeah.
Sparks are flying.
We already rubbed
Other things are flying.
Yeah, we already rubbed our boner against
her leg.
Yeah, against her leg.
So I think it's time.
I mean, that's already like third base, really, when you think about it.
That's true. Let's get these fuckers out of the room.
Japanese bases work differently than American bases, by the way.
I think that would be like 2 home runs.
Yeah, it would be like, hey, welcome back to 999. Let's do some more A-grade voice acting and work our way to boning a Kana as Kitty desires.
Yep.
Well, we'll get there, I promise.
Yeah, we got
eventually.
it. We got it. We're looking at our pockets.
Yeah. Oh, Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. It's a little tight at the moment, but he felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal.
I'm surprised it's not like soaking.
Yeah. Hey, I got one too.
Me too.
Look away from my boner, please. Then it would seem Cyril has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
I can't really see.
His request was delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he had been asked. Young man, you look like the protagonist of this game. Would you mind talking, please?
Got it.
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors embezzled with numbers. We will call them the number doors.
Oh, shit.
The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these number doors are the number brackets, bracelets that each of you possess.
So I can open number 5.
Should you total numbers on your number, the numbers on your number bracelets, and find the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one number door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Bracelet, Junpei figured, had meant the bulky thing on his wrist. He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come to much the same conclusion. The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive.
No shit.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Junpei had reached the end of the letter. There was a long moment of silence, and then the speaker crackled to life once more. There is one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 12, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crushed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic.
That's not 9 hours.
I will give you more time.
Oh, okay.
9 hours.
Oh, that's like 3 times the time. We'll be fine.
You are so foolish. This is a time you will be given to make your escape.
We got this.
The voice you're such a dummy. The voice finished, and the speaker went silent. The sound of a bell tolling echoed through the hall. It came from the dance hall adjacent to the stairwell.
On the clock.
It took those assembled on the stairs mere moments to trace the sound to an antique clock embedded into the wall. 7, 8, 9, 10, 9.
Just 9.
It's 9 at night. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came. That meant the time was 9 o'clock. Most likely 9 o'clock in the evening.
Is it 999? It's not how
When
time
Junpei
works.
had appeared out of the window of his cell, he had seen nothing but blackness. It had to be nighttime. If that was the case, then then they would need to escape by 6 a.m. the following day. Now it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
I don't like this 0 guy.
The speaker went silent and did not speak again.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Ew, don't kiss me.
Silver yelled at the speaker with language coarse enough to embarrass a sailor. but the rest of Junpei's companions were silent, deep in thought. Motherfucking son of a bitch!
Jesus fucking Christ, shut fucker.
Junpei, too, was consumed by his thoughts.
Yeah, what he said.
There was a great deal he didn't understand.
Do you know about him?
Who was Zero?
He's that vampire.
Where's that from?
Vampire Knight.
Oh, get out of here. No!
He's a vampire.
What was the Nonary game?
I don't know, they didn't play that, the vampire.
Why
school.
had he chosen... Why had he
Yes,
chosen to be...
to make them.
Yeah, why had he chosen to make them a part of it? What? Was he a criminal who took delight in playing with his victims?
Before he eats them.
This game predates Saw, the Saw movies, I think? I don't know.
No,
or
it does.
No, it doesn't. Or did he have some other purpose?
Probably predates the bad Saw movies.
And why had Junpei been chosen as a part of this insane game? Why had any of them been chosen? But one question was foremost in his mind.
Yeah,
Akane.
I'm scared.
Did she like him? She seemed to kind of
must
like
have.
him.
She must have. She felt the boner. She must have.
She didn't say she didn't dislike him.
Yeah, see, there we go.
That was halfway there, Junpei thought. They hadn't seen one another since elementary school. Why had she appeared now? Coincidence? No. That seemed impossible. It had to be fate. There had to be a reason. He didn't know what it might be, but there had to be a reason.
Destiny.
Yeah, destiny. Absolutely. Oh, very well. The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence. Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think? Son? Get moving? That's you.
Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait. Don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this Zero says.
No, that's not what I mean. The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed. I'm saying, let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
We what?
Huh?
Huh?
Ellipses?
Dot, 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 dot.
Are we gonna skip forward in time? Well, I guess we did. It's 9/5.
5 hours later.
Their separate investigations finished. All 9 people returned to where they had left one another. So it's been like 25 minutes. The result of all their work was nothing.
Nothing.
They were completely sealed in. Their hard work had not come completely to waste, however. Junpei had mastered his sick dance moves. They had learned a number of things as they had scoured the parts of the ship they could reach. It seemed that they were confined to decks A through C. C deck was far down as they would be able to go, however. The reason being...
The flood.
The D deck was completely submerged. Strangely, however, the water had risen no higher than D deck. The flow seemed to have stopped somehow, as evidenced by the surface of the water on D deck, which was smooth as glass. The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
Yep, feels like water.
Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, the water won't rise for 9 hours.
Then what you're saying is we won't seek till then?
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
That does not make sense, Ja.
There were 3 metal doors on C deck. A single door stood off to the side, with 2 more on the wall facing the central staircase.
They ain't got no numbers.
None of them had numbers or verification devices. They were, however, locked like the other doors. No matter how much they pushed and shoved, the doors refused to move. The mountain and the lion threw themselves against them a few times, but to no avail. The door in the back had a keyhole. Huh, that's weird.
Looks like an eye.
Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot.
Elevators.
There were 2 other doors on C deck as well, but it was clear they were elevators, as each had a button next to it with an upside-down triangle. They tried pushing the button. Clank, clank. No response. Apparently, there was no power running to the elevators. To the left of the elevator door was a card reader. Huh.
It has Saturn symbol.
The card reader also had a strange mark on it.
It's Saturn symbol.
It could also be like a cross with a tail on it.
Nope, it's Saturn.
See, it's a lion cross.
No.
It looked like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H.
I know my Sailor Moon.
Junpei stared at it for a while.
And Saturn is my favorite, so I know her the bestest. This is the symbol of Saturn. See, she's a Sailor Moon fan too. She gets it. It's an astrological symbol.
She went to college for astrology.
Oh, God.
Then, the mark on the other door.
I think that was the sun symbol.
They had seen the same symbols on A deck. There was a door on either side of the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
This is an earth symbol. The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
Junpei looked up at the ceiling. He was so bored of her talking already. He can't stand it when girls tell him about smart things.
But did you know that the Earth rotates around the sun at a certain...
There was a great circle cut in it, perhaps for a skylight or a glass dome, but it had been filled with a gargantuan metal plate. This is where Dango Rompers got the metal plates.
This game and these metal plates, yeah.
Yeah, there you The metal looked very solid. Anything short of an explosive charge was unlikely to damage it.
Well, let's explode it then. With our bracelets, let it explode, definitely.
Ah, look at this. There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates.
This is where they got their metal plate fetish.
In other words,
they was trapped.
Shit be locked. We're trapped. All the exits go nowhere. Junpei was not happy. The girl with pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them. Duh.
Then the mountain spoke.
You don't know that. For all we know, they just open onto wall or take us in circle.
The prince did not agree. No, I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? And we can open them. Well, 2 of them, at least. 4 and 5. You mean the number doors? All eyes turned towards the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, just wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
The dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block them.
We'd have to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
I agree. No, I don't think so. I know, that's a terrible idea.
A terrible idea. We should keep going. Meow, 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 meow.
And then they just turn into cats. We should stay here.
We don't have any other way to open these doors.
No, wait. Just wait.
We should just wait. Someone is bound to come
Meow,
find
meow,
us.
meow, meow, meow. We don't have time. Meow, 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 meow.
8.5 hours. The ship's gonna sink.
The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what.
But somebody was meowing very annoyingly.
Their arguments grew more and more intense. What, Dad, why are you making meowing sounds?
Shut up,
Meow,
son.
Meow. You said you wanted a cat for Christmas, son. Well,
I can't afford it.
Put some cat ears.
God damn it.
Meow.
Meow.
Until people were shouting and screaming at one another. Junpei had remained silent, but at least he could take no more. At last he could take no more. Hey! Shut up! They fell silent, and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch. Before we try and decide whether we're going to go or not, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. Like ASL, you know? We don't know anything about each other.
Except L. We know L.
God damn it. That's true. I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, and why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious, too. Like, bi-curious, if you know what I'm talking about, not just at a Kana and then a girl. No.
No.
They were silent. Nobody found that funny.
Nope.
Some of them looked the other way, or bit their lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. Suddenly, it was prom night all over again for Junpei.
Not again.
But one of them spoke
PE
up.
class.
Or PE class. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right. Jumpy is funny name for little short man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just called him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
Thanks, Sakane. She pointed towards Junpei.
We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school. Wait, stop. Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about. They're probably watching right now. What you gonna do if you listening in, mate? Would that be bad? Hell yeah, it would. We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap.
I really like your mountain voice.
If that is the case, it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could come after our family. Maybe he'd tell us how to get them do stuff, you know? But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names. Alright then, why don't we have code names, yeah?
To him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Code names? Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
7? Why are you 7? Yeah, 7 feet tall. It seemed like a... No, that's not true. It seemed like a fair question. The mountain stuck out his left arm.
Yeah, I am 7. Because bracelet number says 7.
I get it.
No, that's silver.
Wait,
Grandpa.
I get it. Big deal. Yeah, I guess it's a good idea. Maybe. If you were stupid. He smirked. Alright, I'm gonna be Santa.
What the fuck?
Any of you chums know Japanese? No? Don't you watch Japanese anime?
Anime?
Well, San means 3, so I'll be Santa. You know, like, Santa Claus? Fits, don't you think?
Because your hair?
Oh, then your bracelet number. Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Good job,
I
Gramps.
love his long ass sleeves. Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Son.
Oh, very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals. Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is 8. I also have a lotus tattooed on my back.
I would appreciate if you would call me Snake.
Solid Snake.
No, Naked Snake.
Oh, yes, of course. Jelly Snake.
You know what? We'll see the rest of the characters' names, their formal introductions, on the next episode of Dango Duo Plays 99. For the time being, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for tagging along. Kitty? What do you think about these double introductions?
It's a little confusing.
I think this here is like the hardest point to follow in the game.
Yeah.
15 minutes ago, they all had different names, and now they're all getting their formal names for the rest of the LP.
Like I wish he had just been like, this is my temporary name for them, and they'd been in brackets or something maybe.
Exactly. I think that's the one thing that could have been done differently. But from here on, because these are actually the formal names, and like as I was telling him, I was trying not to tell you their names because their names are actually important to remind you what numbers they're Kitty,
Oops,
you did something.
hello.
The numbers, their names are there to remind you what numbers they are because this is important to the story later on. But for the time being, you know the usual. If you want to watch more of our 99 LP, come back tomorrow for more. For the time being, thank you for watching, thank you for tagging along, and we hope to see you
Next time.
Yeah.